We're here in the beautiful London at Crypto Challenge Forum, and we meet interesting people. Could you please introduce yourself?
Oh, hi. My name's Gavin Leslie, and I'm founder, and I wouldn't call myself a CEO, but a managing director of GSL, GSL Blockchain Investment Services.
So you invest in crypto project, ICOs?
Yeah, so what we do is utility token issuances and equity and bond issuances. We also run a fund which has a year-to-date of 450%, and we're actually automating that fund to actually provide better returns to investors.
All right, so you actually made profit this year?
Yeah, because we follow a momentum-driven strategy that utilizes margin trading to actually build our positions, and with a view to hodl, because our long-term view on cryptocurrencies is still upwards.
All right, so it's partly automated, you say? How does it work?
We're developing those trading strategy. So far, currently it's manual, and even yesterday I shorted most of my portfolio due to the recent.
So that was the drop of Bitcoin.
I shorted it on BitMEX, and other margin trading.
You were not the only one.
Well, great minds think alike, I like to think.
So what do you think? I mean, if you look at the market, 2018 was quite bearish. You still made some profit, or you still did better?
I made profit because as I did yesterday, I shorted most of my portfolio. So, like for example, for Neo, I shorted it from $180 all the way down to 30, and that's all across my portfolio really. And even with Bitcoin, I shorted from 19,000 down to 10,000, and then 10,000 down to 6,000, and that was to US dollars. So I'm just building reserve capital so I can reinvest into cheap assets.
What are interesting assets? Can you perhaps drop a few names that are interesting projects?
So I'm part of EOS. I'm part of EOS Nation, one of the block producers, and from my other business, which is utility token issuances and equities and bond issuances, we see quite a lot of projects moving away from Ethereum to EOS. And with EOS 21, with the EOS 21 protocol, it will make it more easier for Ethereum tokens to migrate over to EOS, which I think is key to actually building the EOS community.
They already launched the 21?
Yeah, EOS 21 is live, I think. It was launched last week. So I think that's.
What are the advantages? I mean, is it you have more transactions, more speed, or?
Yeah, so the benefits of doing with EOS is just next generation technology. If you were to look at Ethereum's doing average TPS of 24, and if you were to look at the Constantinople protocol failure, they couldn't make changes to the protocol, and secondary solutions aren't the answer. No matter how many shards you make of the Ethereum blockchain, it's still not going to be fast enough than a protocol similar to EOS. EOS has even since mainnet launch, it's updated itself 6 times. It's roughly two updates a month, and you can't really compete with that. And those updates are just generally for better performance on the EOS blockchain, and you can't really beat it, I think.
Yeah, if you look at the DApp radar, you see a lot of dApps running on EOS.
Exactly. There's, as I said, there's such a massive migration towards EOS as well, and I'm just in a privileged position to actually be part of the EOS community.
Yeah, I know a few funds that are actually moving out a bit of EOS because of their problems with governance, the voting rights, and you had this voting cartel. EOS predicted some betterments of that. I mean, how do you look on that?
So what we think with the voting process, our view on the consensus mechanism is that quite a lot of block producers get, in particular, mentioning no names, but Bitfinex has a large number of votes because they're a trading house and they've got so many EOS already on their platform. But what we're doing with the milestone-based payment standards, which is actually being able to raise capital for projects through the milestone-based payment standard, which incrementally releases funds as milestones have been met. We actually stake the EOS into block producers who actually provide services to the EOS community. So, like, for example, if you're not in the top 21, but you're in the top 30, and we can provide you with the votes to actually be able to be in the top 21 and actually validate the blockchain if you were to perform services that actually help the EOS community. So that's how we view, like, that's kind of like a solution. But I'm sure the guys at Block One are working on a solution because they are pretty smart guys.
True. A few questions. I mean, how do you look on the market in 2019? Some parties are looking into STOs. Some people say the ICO market is dead. What's your view on it?
I don't think the ICO market is dead currently. I think the ICO market is maturing. So if you were to look at investors right now, they want significant investor protection. They kind of want no pump and dumps, because quite a lot of ICOs in the past were just pump and dumps. And so what we're proposing with the milestone-based payment standards is, with the incremental release of funds, you already build a secondary market, so there's no pump and dumps, and then there's significant investor protection. So if a project was to exit scam, you would recuperate most of the funds, and the funds will be given back to you. And so that kind of escrow kind of like thing, that incremental release of funds just provides that investor protection, and I hope will revitalise the ICO market. And also with regards to SCOs, we do equity and bond issuances. We do that through actually putting the share registry on the blockchain, and similarly with the bond registry. So most of the SCOs are kind of like derivatives of equities or bonds. And if we were to, we think, like, actually just complying with existing regulation that's been around for 300 years, in the case of bond, in the case of bond law, we already comply with those regulations, and so we can service our clients that want to raise capital for us that way. In addition, might I say, we also do M&A of companies through our blockchain platform, as well as M&A of token networks.
Okay, sounds good. So last question, I mean, what are your favorite cryptocurrencies?
My favorite is Bitcoin, and EOS, and VeChain, and I also like IOTA, because I think the Internet of Things is going to be a huge industry, and I think IOTA is just building the platform for this IoT revolution.
Okay, thanks a lot, Wayne. And
no, it's Gavin.
Gavin, sorry.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you.